My God. They found me. I don't know how, but they found me. Run for it, Marty!
Hey, YouTube. Guess what, everybody? It's Thursday night. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for coming out and streaming with us tonight. Got a few things I want to talk about tonight and open it up for questions and whatever. Let's first on tonight was McFly's and 8-bit AA was there. We see off-grid everything and 8-bit ghost. I guess there's more than one 8-bit now. So, all right. Want to thank you guys for coming out. I've had a much better week than the past couple. No water problems at all this time. So that's good. I'm going to look here. We'll be lurking. Off-grid says, we'll be lurking as I'm working on some 3D printer PIDs. All right. Oh, Double A's almost got his room move done. Yeah, it's good to be here. Good to be here, Off-grid. Got some things. I've come up with something tonight that I want to run by you guys in a little bit. It's something strange. I've heard about it, but I've never encountered it. So I'll run it by you guys in case anybody else here has that problem. And I'm leave you a little teaser so you can stick around, or if you are lurking and doing something else, when the time comes, we'll get to it. It's concerning this V2 tiny trainer. Something that this has been a bit of a gremlin build. It's had problems, and I think I figured out what the problem is, though I do not understand it. So want to get in to let y'all know that Casey he's still not had his surgery yet, and last I heard from him was that he was at the doctor or something like that today. He's still trying to get his surgery lined up. Got a big announcement. I know I'm late to the punch on this, but I'm thinking very seriously about signing up for it, and that is the International Game of Whoop. I've never done it before. I've never been a big tiny whoop freestyler, but it looks fun. I know a lot of people that have done it, and this year supposedly they got a lot more prizes. Registration's open now. They're going to be doing things a little bit different. You can actually go on and sign up to be a patron for iGal, and that will open you up for more. I guess you can win bigger prizes, better prizes. I noticed that you probably can't read it, but in there, one of the prizes is right here. You can see my cursor is a set of HDzero goggles. That's a pretty big prize right there. So I'm thinking about it off grid. My problem, and this is where I'm at, and uh, maybe my viewers, what's up, Brundle? Um, maybe the viewers can help me here. I am uh, I am at a place that I'm having to choose what um, I'll use this analogy. Let me just focus in on myself here so that gets the better effect. Um, it's kind of like me at a buffet. There's only so much room on the plate. So there's only so much room on my plate, and I'm at the place in my life that I've just got to decide what needs to stay on the plate and what I need to take off the plate. And some of y'all are probably saying, by the looks of it, brother, you need to take most of the stuff off the plate. But that's probably true. But I don't have enough time to do what all I'm wanting to do. I've got the fractal frame, and here this is just set right over here by my laptop. If you've noticed, when I go to reach it, it's just right there for a reminder for me to simply swap this over to the fractal frame and put um, I wish I'd never thought about the avocado, whatever it's called, on there. Um, Brundlefly says he's signing up for the iGal shenanigans. If there's a lot of shenanigans, then that's uh, probably something that I would really enjoy. There's awesome pilots in the Discord. This will be my second year. Yeah, I may sign up for it. It's not like they're gonna people are gonna get mad at me if I iGal out quick, or if I don't do every challenge. My plate is busted and is all over the place. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I'm like you. It's like in a race. I don't race because I'm fast. Many of y'all have watched that. Uh, uh, I just looks like Casey's here, but his video keeps cutting in and out. So I don't know if he's got his computer jacked up or what. But I can see him in the green room. He's just coming in and out. So I guess that means he's home from the doctor. So that's good. Uh, so Casey, if you are watching on YouTube, I can see you in the green room, but your video keeps going in and out. So, uh, yeah, it doesn't matter how far you make it, right? It matters that you try, and also, um, um, and it supports a good thing. The Staganos are some good people, and what they're doing here really brings FPV together. So I support that uh, wholeheartedly. So um, if you can, now according to Nick Burns, and I'll scroll down a little bit. And this, I think it's in this video. You probably can't see it. Hang on, let me turn this off. I think it's in this video, maybe right here. According to Nick Burns, iGal is a very good way to get better or get gooder. You never know. I just started FPV when iGal 3 started and somehow made it to week 14. Progresses at a nice pace, and I've heard this year there's more beginner friendly. But you'll do. Yeah, I mean, hey, I don't mean this arrogantly. I'm not concerned how much I do. It's just the time to be able to do it. Uh, so yeah, I don't know if it's adding another thing to my plate or not. I like to race in the sim when I feel uninspired freestyling. Skills cross over nicely. I can see you, Casey, but it looks like you're still adjusting stuff. So, um, go kids, Brundlefly. Yeah. Let's see. Are you there?
I'm there. Hey, everybody.
Your
Me,
audio is a
Marty.
little bit low, I think.
Hello.
Hang on.
Okay.
Maybe my audio is low.
Mine could be
Is our
low.
audio fine, guys?
Thanks for having me, everybody. Sorry I'm late. Better late than never, though, right? Had a busy weeks. Just got back from the doctor. Just got refreshed, changed, and as you've seen, tried to get my computer situated. So here I am.
Yeah. Yeah. Good to have you back, Casey. Like Brundlefly said, it's good to suck while you still suck, rather than to suck when you think you're good. There's a lot of people in that. Oh man, I'm great. I know everything. I'm good. Look at me. Look at me. And I'd rather take the stance of don't look at me. I'm just having fun.
Just
You
having
keep
fun.
doing what you're doing.
Yeah. You do you and I do me.
Right. Yeah. He said, Casey's your audio's a little low, Casey.
Okay, thank you.
So
I'm gonna fix that right now. How you
yeah,
been? So how have you been doing?
it's
How's the
good.
FPV world going? Have you been getting to do much flying lately? I didn't get to
Uh,
hear you if you had already talked about that or not. Is that
I'm,
better on my volume?
you went up a lot.
I set it to automatic.
Yeah. Yeah, you went up a lot from low to a lot. Um, yeah, that's me too. Or a lot of what? Oh, wait till I'm gooder. That's right. Well, hey,
Gooder.
we just
Yeah,
keep
gooder.
flying. Hey, I don't fly because I'm good, and I don't fly to wow people. I fly because I like it, and I like the community,
It's the one thing that
and
sets you free, right? It's
yeah,
one
yeah,
thing. It's one thing of just a slightly few others that set you free. What I mean by few others is probably the same between me and you: family and flying. It's the only two things that set you free. I mean, between us and but yeah, family and flying. That's my getaways too.
right. Your releases.
My releases, my
Yeah,
amazingnesses. Hey man, I actually surprise myself when I get out there and fly. I'm like, this is just natural, just meant to be. That's what I get in my head because when I go to start doing tricks, I'm afraid I'm gonna wreck, and I don't wreck. I'm like, really? So it's all a matter of just not having fear
you mean
and going
crash?
for it. Crash. Ah, I did the car thing again.
Yeah, with engines on your props. Yes.
Oh, engines. Next, I'll be calling them wheel space instead of disc space.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all
Yeah.
right. Well, I don't have a lot to show you guys as far as um, mail call. I will
I
show you
do.
guys this because it's something I've been working on, but I have not
When you're done, I do.
decided on how uh, I am going to proceed with it. Most of you guys, move my camera. Sorry about that because I had to grab something. Thought
Hey,
I'd turn the camera off.
mentioning mail call when you're done, I've got a little one I'll throw in.
Okay. Most of you guys are familiar with
Oh, yeah.
SaneSmart, the TPU company, SaneSmart. Got an email that contacted me and asked me if I wanted to review this little digital soldering station. Um,
Looking
I
at
don't
what?
know if I'm going to review it or just pay them for it. I mean, it was the the thing is if I don't do a review, I can either send it back or I can just pay them for it. And
How about I do the
it's
review and
actually
you
it's
keep it?
actually so it's actually
I'll
um,
do the review for you and then you keep it.
nah, it's all right. It's
I'll be
actually a
like,
pretty good
adjust
little
this knob, use this, and you're done.
it's actually a pretty good little soldering iron. It's a digital, so you can probably see it,
Oh,
and
neat.
it's got the little thing. It comes with this solder is mine. It comes with lead free solder and some. It's actually fairly decent. I just don't know if the, the price of the thing new is around $50, which is not bad. It's got
Mm-mm.
comes with several tips,
Wow, 50
and
for the whole station, huh?
Yeah, for the whole thing. And it comes with a solder sucker and some really bad uh, lead-free solder. I did try the solder. I didn't like it at all. So
Didn't give you
yeah,
that shiny finish, did it?
no, I'm
So
gonna
how are
cut.
the question? How are the tips? How do they
They're good.
seem? Are they
I've only used two of them.
something that
Uh,
always worries me when when you get a binding fly is the tips,
yeah,
because as you know, I've got some really amazing tips now, but the tips that I got originally with this awesome soldering iron was, yeah, I only paid for the soldering iron. Definitely didn't pay for the tips that came with it because they literally grind it away within 3 uses. 3 uses, and I just used that and it grinded it right away. And that's just how you know they're fake, and they turned copper like really quick. But these, I ain't even had to clean them. They're great. Love them.
yeah, yeah. It is. It is a Weller clone. Uh,
A Weller. Oh yeah, it does. That's what it reminds me
yeah,
of. That's what it. Good. It's yellow.
off grid says transmission instead of ESCs, drive shaft instead of prop shaft. Yeah,
Yeah, that's me.
yeah. As long as he keeps it consistent like that, it's like my CV boot. I mean, uh, I did call him the other night, and he did tell me that I think he was joking. He told me that my quad needed a new fuel pump, uh,
Yes.
or yeah. Well, still don't know what he meant by that, but
I'm still
uh,
trying to figure that one out
well,
too.
that was my thing. It's cheaper than an analog Weller station. Yeah, and
Tell them.
I've done a little bit of soldering with it, not a lot, and so far, besides the peripherals that it comes with, like the solder suckers, just kind of junk. It did come with a solder wick, which was actually pretty good, but they come with a spool of solder. Let me show you guys this solder.
Yeah, it sounds
I
like I'm
think
gonna get to test that out here soon too. Huh?
I don't know. I might have already thrown the solder away.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. You might have already. Oh, am I garbage?
Uh, no,
Is that what you were
might have
talking about?
literally, I might have literally just it was bad. It
Well,
was
see,
really, really, really bad solder. But anyway, I don't have it out here to look at. But uh, I've got that. I've got that Mac 10.9.0 video that I'm working on.
I'm
Yeah,
very happy with that. I am so happy with the outcome.
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't own one, but I have a good friend that has a Weller station, pretty similar to that, and the control knob on it and the actual soldering iron and the wire to me seem identical. They're just different colors, which makes me wonder: is it the same Chinese company making
Mhm.
both of them? And if that's the case, why pay $150 for a Weller version when that one's, I think it's
It's just,
$45 on Amazon,
oh
45 to
man.
50 bucks on Amazon. So,
Uh-huh. See, that's what they're doing. It's kind of like Walmart, huh? They got good stuff with just their name on it.
well, it's kind of like TVs, you know. I was told the same people that make Vizio make big high dollar um, uh, TVs, and they're basically the same thing.
Mm.
Uses Weller tips. Yeah, I believe it does. Um,
What are my
yes,
tips? I
that's
have
probably what it probably needed the
9.
carburetor tuned. That's probably
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
was.
The
I've
carburetor could have been clogged, or the gas pump or
what
filter might have needed to been changed.
what it was is I had a moment,
I had a
and
moment.
and those usually come when I have an appointment with someone or something like that, a Zoom conference, and that's exactly what it was. It was a Zoom conference with other pastors that canceled because there was a death. So I took these two out, and I was going to thought about shooting video to do a comparison video, which it's the Mobilite 7 walksnail and the Mobilite 7 HDzero.
Cool.
They have the same boards in them, the same motors, the same VT, or
I gotta
the
tell you,
frame is different. So the motors, the boards, the props are the same, but the flight controller, but the frame is different, and the VTX and the canopies are different, and they fly a lot different. But this one here, I've
I
flown it.
can't wait.
This
I
one
want to
I've flown
try.
it several times, but it's developed a tick in the yaw.
Hey,
Man,
you know what, Marty? This is wild.
now don't tell me that this is my.
I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm going to tell you that I heard about this specific.
It is not the
issue.
fuel pump. Don't tell me that again.
It could be the fuel that you're getting from Murphy's. Hey, no, but seriously,
I got the fuel from Murphy's.
I'm not watching you, I swear, or accessing your phone cameras, or your car camera,
Brandon.
or your dash camera. Hey, Brandon, how's it going, buddy? No, I just heard about this specific issue and a way to fix it. So later on, whenever you want, we'll get on there and see if it doesn't help fix this issue. A yaw twitch is what they're calling it, or yaw tick.
But
it'll
yeah,
help.
I have
fix
them
it.
sometimes too.
Since we're talking about it's like a little bitty thing. Like
since we're talking about strange things, and Brandon Beans is on here, the man who loves to encounter and deal with strange things.
We were talking about black bogs earlier, so yeah.
Remember this quad, Casey? This is the one that we had the problem with the bootloader.
Yes.
It going back into bootloader mode after we put the wrong Zadig on there. I flashed this
that thing just so I can make it work.
It's working. I flashed it back to 4.2.9 and it did fine.
Yes. Yes.
And I flew it around the parking lot a little bit and crashed it really, really, really hard into a metal dumpster, and the OSD quit on my HDzero. So I popped a new HDzero on it, and it started going into bootloader mode. As soon as I plugged in the USB again, so I thought, okay, the USB port's probably just bad. So I took it off, and I have another JE, what is it called? JEUMC or whatever those are.
JEUMCU.
Those all-in-one boards on it. And so I soldered that up and flashed it to Betaflight 4.4.1, and
the newest one.
Did the presets, got it all set up, and I'm test hovering it, and I noticed that my OSD on my stick calibrations is not moving. It's got all the OSD up there, but when I move my stick up and down, it's staying at 0, and the battery's staying locked at the
okay. What? Have you uploaded? I know this usually doesn't matter with the HDzero stuff, but you usually have to go in there and make sure and upload your font, anyways.
The digital font.
Yeah, you got to go in there and make sure and upload that digital font, anyways, because if you don't, certain stuff like this can happen.
Well,
or it could be a few other things that it could be.
I was speaking with another friend of mine, and actually McFly's. He's probably on here, and he said he had the similar problem with his tiny trainer with the JEU, whatever it's called, the JEUMC thing, and he said flash it back to 4.3. Well, I had a dump of 4.2.9, and I didn't do anything to it but flash it back, and it works fine.
Oh.
No bootloader mode. I went back, flashed it back to 4.4.0, and then set it up. Got halfway through it, it starts going into bootloader. And so it goes into bootloader. I flash it back to 4.2.9, and it's set up, and yeah, that's what it is.
And it works.
You got it right, and it works.
What's he say? Yeah, JHMCU.
I'm thinking that probably the target for this is just Betaflight 4. Hang on. Let me talk.
No, I am sorry.
I'm thinking maybe the target's Betaflight 4. I'm thinking there might be something wrong. This board is just not liking 4.4 because it's I took it out today and flew a battery on it on 4.2.9. Flies great.
Mhm.
No problems.
Well, this is awkward because now that you say that, you know how I got that new board from Happy Model for my HDzero quad, my Mob 6 board. It's the Super B. Anyways, it's a brand new flight
The
controller.
Crazy Bee. Yep.
Yeah, the Crazy B,
Or
a Super
Super Bee. Yeah.
B Light
Right.
ELRS version, right? Well, I didn't notice this issue, but after I updated it and stuff, if I leave it plugged up either too long or just at certain random times, it'll go into bootloader mode. And this was after I flashed it to 4.4. It will, and this board will go into bootloader mode randomly, and it'll only do it when I'm plugged into Betaflight. And I remember the other board doing that too after I flashed it to 4.4, the older board that I had. And I'm thinking, well, maybe it was just something I had configured wrong, but I didn't have the issue much. It's just it does happen, and it did happen. And now that you've mentioned that, that recently happened since I had recently done that board. And recently, you know, I'm about to release the video, or did I release it already? And anyways, yeah, I'm having similar issues, and it could be something to do with something's triggering these certain boards, that certain targets into going into this bootload failsafe mode.
Brandon says here, he says flash 4.4 core build option and see if it's stable there. If it is, we need to talk to the devs. I've gotten 2 board targets improved so far. I will help if it works. Okay.
Oh, awesome.
Okay. I actually saved the board that I took
Thank you.
out, and even after I took unsoldered everything to it, and it's nothing but the little flight controller board, you still plug Betaflight into it, and it boots up like it shows the STM32 Betaflight, and it boots up and it goes into whatever screen you was in last, and then shuts off, pops into bootloader mode. So,
well, then yeah, he sounds right on that. And the core it'll
Yes.
shoot all those. Have you heard what core mode is? It shoots all
Yeah.
the specifics you need in. So
Yes.
if it doesn't do it after that, then yeah, definitely Brandon
Yes,
will be able
Mike.
to help you.
This
Thank you, Brandon.
the impact was probably closer up here near the
Yeah,
near
that's
the
a
hit. I don't even see a scuff. It did scuff up
that's a
props.
good
I don't know if you
question,
can see
Marty.
that.
I never had asked you what. I can't.
You can probably see the scuffs on the prop, and that was, I think that come from turtling on the pavement after I hit the dumpster. So the these tiny trainers are like
And what is it made
tanks.
of?
They're like little tanks, man.
What is it
I
made
was-
out of mainly? Like, isn't it mainly carbon fiber and then
Well,
the top
it's a carbon
plastic?
fiber frame. This is TPU, but this is injection molded plastic
Oh
here.
wow!
And I was concerned because this is 2 mil carbon here.
Mm-hmm.
I was concerned that this would not be as durable as the OG. But it's so far, man. I mean, it appears to be that way, and
That's amazing. Amazing.
yes, it did. It did. Which now I'll tell you, I've never. Now that I say this, y'all know what you know what's about to happen. The people are like, "Don't say it! Don't say it! Don't say it!" But I've never broken a tiny trainer frame, and and I have run them into the side of a UPS truck,
Oops.
telephone poles, metal poles, gates, tons and tons of gates inside of my house, brick wall, and a metal dumpster. That sounds like it's
I've read this.
negotiating with HDzero over.
This is
I'm wondering.
This is exactly what
Because that's
this idea kind of.
because where's it at?
Well, if that's the case, then there's no other way to. There's nothing to.
Yeah.
That
Well,
makes so
it
much
just could be a
sense.
bug because I
Yeah,
built a. I don't. It's probably in my flight bag. I built an analog
I can actually get
with
mine
the
to do it right now too. My HD one.
I built an analog with the same board and flashed it to 4.4 and used the preset, um, the HDzero preset and the Express LRS preset, and I didn't have any problems. So, so yeah, I know there's an issue with HDzero hijacking DFU on some. Is there a workaround for that?
That's a great
Try
question.
another UART if that's the case.
Hmm.
Yeah, the problem is on
Yeah.
this board. Well, I guess I could switch.
See, this is the
Now,
one I'm.
in this situation, Brandon, if see, on this one here in particular, the Express LRS is on UART 3 and the HDzero is on UART 6. So I should just switch them
Sure.
and see if well, but this thing's flying great on 4.2.9. So I'm almost, but again, I guess we need to get to the bottom of it and see
You
what
know
it
what?
is.
You know what's so weird is I finished almost completely setting up this little guy before it finally did that DFU thing, and it didn't happen till I got the MSP fully set up, the HDzero fully set up with the board. So what he just said with the HDzero conflicting with it, that is making so much more sense, like minute by the minute. Yeah, it seems like as soon as this has time to boot, it causes it to go into. They're both trying to use the USB port at the same time. That could be what's happening.
Well,
So,
he says it's hijacking
right, it's hijacking your
the
DFU,
OSD mode. It's hijacking DFU.
and that's what your USB has to use in order to communicate with your flight controller on Betaflight. Now,
So is that
it's
a Betaflight bug, or is that an HDzero bug,
HDzero
or
is
is it a
coming.
combination of both of them?
What that is a HDzero. Now that I understand this, the concept of this is HDzero is coming on and using that UART. It's using it. But guess what? Your USB that's connected to your computer talking to Betaflight is already using that port. So when it goes and tries to overtake it, it just sends it into DFU mode. So that would be whichever side is responsible for
I lean more
HDzero
toward it's
coming
a
on.
I lean more toward it's a Betaflight issue because it does not do it. This quad with zero, nothing changed on it. Soldering,
Well,
nothing.
then I bet
Only
if
the
you
props
changed
taken back
UARTs,
off.
it
When
would
you go to
fix it.
4.2.9, it
I bet he's right. If you change
so
UARTs, it'll fix it. It's trying to use that UART at the same time. See what it's doing is using one UART when you plug up to your computer. It's using one of those UARTs as what it's hijacking. Okay. But the DFU, it uses a DFU, but it uses a UART as a DFU. So if you'll just change UARTs, then maybe whenever you're plugged up, it it won't go into it won't use that as a DFU no more. The USB on Betaflight always has to use a UART for a DFU in order to communicate with the flight controller. But that's that's on always that's something Betaflight has to do in order to work. But yeah, it's confusing on whose fault this could be. See, Betaflight has to have DFU mode to communicate. So maybe if they can implement that differently. Oh, you froze? Am I froze? You froze? I don't know if this is froze. Yep, try another UART. sure. Guys, is he gone? What happened? We lost. Can y'all hear me? Because I mean, I hear nothing at all. And we can't see you, Marty. We can see the dash cam, the bench cam. There I go with the car stuff again. No, I take that back. We can't see your bench cam anymore either. You hear me, Brandon? Am I correct about the things now that you've gotten me on to that? All you had to do is turn me on to that idea. Turn me on to that idea and conception, and now I can conceive it. So, like, when you're plugged up, say I'm plugged up to a UART, it's using that UART for its DFU to communicate with a flight controller. But if another peripheral tries to activate while your USB is plugged in using that UART, then that peripheral will cause it to conflict, which then causes it to go out like it's doing, which makes total sense. So in other words, it's just HDzero shouldn't initiate, like, I don't know, man. It's wild, isn't it? Is it an HDzero thing? That's the biggest question. But am I correct about that concept? Because I think that's like the only way. And then when you switch UARTs, it takes that away, because then when you're plugged in with USB and you go, okay, I'm going to go configure blah, 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 plug up a battery. It'll never, ever conflict because you're on a different UART totally. And no matter if the USB is using UART 1 or 2 or 4 or whatever, as long as you aren't trying to use that UART for HDzero at the same time that you've got it plugged up to the USB, you would be good. But if it doesn't even use that UART to begin with for the USB peripheral, then you ain't got nothing to worry about, period. Am I correct about this? Marty, we can hear you and see you, and I hope that we can hear you and see you. Did you hear me at all? See us?
I can't hear y'all. Let me see.
You can't hear us?
You can hear me.
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Can you hear me?
All right. Yeah.
All right. Now, definitely, we've figured this out. You need to switch UARTs, because think about this, Marty. When you're plugged up to a UART or to your USB, it is using UART whatever as to talk to the computer as its USB. The USB port is technically a UART, and you're using that UART to talk to Betaflight at that moment. So if you have HDzero wired to that same exact UART, it can't do both at one time. So boom, it goes into a cannot launch mode. So if you change the UART to a totally different UART, since HDzero keeps trying to come on or use that port while it's in use already, then it will not happen. You won't have nothing to worry about at all. As long as that's the problem, because that is the only reason why it would be doing that.
I thought that was like a UART 1 kind of thing. This is UART 6 and UART 3 that it's on.
Correct. That's what I assumed too. Say even Brandon says if it's on UART 1, move it.
It's not. It's on UART 3 and UART 6.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what confuses me. And that's why I didn't even mention it.
On this one, MSP DisplayPort is on UART 6.
And it was already programmed that way, wasn't it?
I started it up that way. I don't know that it's got. I have to look at it. It's got other UARTs. I think 4 is available.
It may be using a different UART for its peripheral, for its USB. Maybe. Just the only way to find out is to switch. If you get the same results, then you know that wasn't the problem, obviously, and we'll have to figure out something else.
Yeah.
But
Sorry about locking up there. I've got to fix this laptop. Windows decided it wanted to do an update and it needed to restart.
and we can
So,
ask the HD. That's crazy. All right now while we're trying, of
well,
course.
it was me telling it no, and it's like it got to shut this program down, and it was trying to shut down
Oh,
StreamYard, and I was like, no,
oh,
ask
oh.
HDzero Discord. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. That's some good. Every time lately, me and Marty have been like, hours later, we're like, the Discord.
yeah.
It's a new thing, y'all. It's a
Um,
new thing to us, or to me.
yeah.
It's a new thing to me.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I have another one with that issue.
Thank goodness.
I am
Right.
I am contemplating building a 4S tiny trainer
Oh,
with the Racer X Betaflight Racer X motors on it.
that would be awesome.
So, um, but
It'll be
I'll look at
awesome.
that. The downside on all of that to uh, going in, and I was
Whoa, that was trippy. That
is it
was an
still doing it?
infinity loop. Nope. Oh, hey, when you do mail call,
Yeah. The problem is that this is a tiny trainer build. It is such a pain in the butt. Even this new one, when the canopy opens up, to take everything apart because it is all packed in there. So just right.
you know how you want to say it.
What's up, Marcel? How are you, buddy?
Good evening, buddy.
Go ahead, throw a link to your stream in there, Marcel. He'll be streaming in about an hour and 15 minutes.
Marcel heard me loud and clear, buddy. He said, look what he said. Discord rocks, and those who don't use it are so out of touch. It's funny.
Yeah.
I
think it's a very, very good tool.
It is a very good tool.
To get help and to help one another and all of that. So did you wanted to do a mail call, Casey?
Sure, yes. And didn't you have some stuff too, or did we see it?
Well, I've got some stuff. It's just tiny trainer props and
I got
more Mazda. Well, I can show you guys.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll go ahead and cue it up.
Yeah, let's cue it up. Cue it up.
Mail time. Mail time. Mail time. Mail time. Mail time.
The mail's here. Here's the mail that never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want a whale. Mail!
It makes me smile to think my friends will say, I wonder what's in the mail today. What's in the mail today? What's in the mail today? I wonder.
Mail call! Copper bottom. This one's from your mom. Oh, is there anything from me? Oh, I got something for you. That's from my sister.
I recognize the handwriting.
What's in the mail today? What's in the mail today?
Yeah, gotta love it. So, what's in the mail today?
Oh, I just got a ton of tiny trainer props. They got them back in stock, and both the V2 Manaz or whatever they're called, LEDs, and two more of the V1s, and a bunch of tiny trainer props, and all that, trying to get ready for some outdoor flying. And of course, I got more HDzero VTX, but that's not new news. What have you got, Casey?
Yeah, well, this today, what I got, because if I went through my whole mail call, we would take up another hour. Yeah, I'm so excited. I can't show you it all because it is already on me. I got my Infinity t-shirt today. How about that? Look good?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. I can't believe how excited I was when I opened this. Really, I was just, I don't know, felt like a little boy on Christmas. I said, I'm part of the team now. No, I'm officially part of the team. That's what I said. But now I need my Soaky t-shirt, my Fat Pastor t-shirt. Yeah, I'm gonna get my wardrobe. I'm gonna get my wardrobe up there.
Yeah, I'm still arguing with Teespring. I got 2 of my samples. One of them was bad, and they were guaranteed to be here by March 3rd.
Oh,
So,
oh, really?
yeah.
They lied to a pastor? No, I'm just saying they lied. Period.
Well, they're starting to
Again.
do something now when I've opened a case and um, PayPal. So,
Mm.
yes,
Shameth on them.
yes. If you compare what's on TV now to what used to be on TV, it just doesn't. But you know, here's just here's proof that you just couldn't. They would not let you show things on TV today that we used to have when we was growing up.
Every time you open up your mouth, you give away your ignorance.
Exactly. I love that.
You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big cold-blooded dummy.
You big cold-blooded dummy.
And you don't say that.
That's it.
Hey, Bitterroot, how you doing?
Every time you open up your mouth, you give away your ignorance.
Don't give it away, Marty. Don't give it away. Or did I? Every time I open my mouth, I give it away.
I think Casey's feeling no pain this afternoon.
No, I wished. Probably the opposite. Quite the opposite.
Thin skin versus thick skin. But
yeah. Gotta put a game face on for the stream, though, right? Nobody wants to see me crying and whining and, oh my God, I'm hurting so bad. They don't want to see that. But that is how I feel deep down.
the root of bitterness.
The root of bitter. I like that. That's good. Oh, y'all quit making me smile. Y'all quit making me smile.
What's up, bro? I've actually been
Mr.
talking back and forth with Bardwell. I'm trying to talk him in to doing the blue pill build on Roto Hazard also. I'm sure he wouldn't mind me saying, he was like, when you add up the cost of buying everything retail for a blue pill build, it's close to $500. And he says, and if that's the case, why not just go with the Immersion RC RF 8-way? And I was like, because it's been on back order for like 3 years.
Yeah.
If you could order, if a small club could order the Immersion RC 8-way, even if they had the money, and I know some of the guys that I'm talking to are wanting to set up races and stuff. If they had it, we maybe some of the smaller clubs would I don't know, split the cost or something like that. But you can't even buy it. It don't matter if it was $5.
Yeah.
They don't have it, and
it's crazy. And that's something they can make a lot of money off of too. I just don't understand it.
I'm hoping, if anybody out there watching has any connections, I'm hoping that someone will get Trappy's ear because I know Trappy at TBS has to be looking and thinking and knowing that Crossfire is starting to wane a little bit. Uh, Express LRS is taking some of their business, and the other radios. I think that TBS would be the perfect company to work with RotoHazard and build solid hardware for a race timer, and build a 4-way and an 8-way, and
Yes.
I think there'd be people that snatch them up, especially with TBS's record of quality electronics.
Yes. That's all I gotta say. That's amen, brother, because I agree. I mean, there is a few select others, but what other better than?
Yeah, yeah. I know that Trappy's. That's another thing. Uh, Kiss says somebody that's close to Trappy. Somebody uh,
How could
drop
you?
drop a word in his ear, and also
Please.
RotoHazard is open source. I think
Yes.
if I'm reading if my memory serves me correctly, I think there's 3 or 4 devs for RotoHazard. So
Wow. We need to up
maybe
that.
maybe a Roto Express, because it is open source. Express LRS, take a fork of it and do it. I mean, that's just I know there's a need, and people are like, well, how many small chapters are there out there? Probably 30, 40 maybe. Is it worth building? I mean,
Yes.
Carl built a 4-way, the event VRX, and maybe it's HDzero we need to talk to and get them building something that will work
Ooh,
along with uh, the event VRX,
that would be
as a
pretty
timing
cool.
system.
Right, because they're already eating into it a little bit. So yeah. Like, hey, y'all have already got the video portion of it. Why not, integrate it all? It would be awesome if that,
CMYK, brother.
what would be awesome is if that event VRX was the lap timer and everything. It just did everything and showed it on screen and all. That's what we need. And I know that's what we're aiming for. I know me and you, especially, that's already what we set up at the race. But wouldn't it be nice just to have it all, just plug in the box straight to any TV, whatever, and plug it to the wall and boom, it works.
We're talking about Brandon says he's back. Pizza's in the oven. Wife's out with the girlfriends. What I miss. We're just
Uh,
talking about. I'm talking with Bardwell about sending him the blue pill PCB board for the RotoHazard build, and we're talking about how it would really be good if some hardware manufacturer out there, Trappy, Express LRS people, something, picked up this RotoHazard, because JB said to me in his email, he was like, when you look at buying the individual components for a blue pill, an 8-node blue pill build, you're looking at around $500 in component cost, with Raspberry Pi being around $125. And he said, at that case, why not just buy an 8-way? And I was like, well, because 8-way's been on back order for 3 years. You can't buy one.
Exactly.
Even if it was $5 or $1,000, you can't buy one. I mean, unless somebody that's got one used for sale, they're not there. They're not making them. I opened a ticket to Orca last month and asked them, because Ian at Madstex posted in one of his videos that they had put on Facebook, Orca did, that it was out, and that it was coming out soon. So I was like, oh, okay. So I went on Orca's website or whatever looking for it, and it's not there. It's not even listed as a V2 listed there. So yeah, it's So what I'm trying to do here is I am going to see if I can find on Facebook and see post. Yeah, I mean,
Kids Bartlett.
I would for our group. I would order an 8-way unless it was like $1,000. I wouldn't pay $1,000 for it because after a lot of work, I have working timers.
In live time, Double A says in live time, I have a request in there for one. Live time, I've experimented a little bitty bit with, just simulationally, but we haven't messed with it on our timers yet. At least I don't know if Marty has any, but I know I haven't messed with it on either one of our timers yet. Have you, Marty? Have you got to mess with it yet? Oh, I know I accessed it.
I tried back when I first got my my race timer from. I actually signed up and did some work with some of their tech support people at Live Time, and at that time they had a spot in their menu for the Delta 5 build, and you were supposed to be able to click it and it worked, but he and I never could get the timer that I had to work with it.
Wait, you couldn't get the timer?
But again, to work with Live Time, I couldn't get the Roto Hazard timer to work with Live Time. What I'm doing now, if y'all are wondering if I'm looked all days and everything, I am actually scrolling through Orca's Facebook page to see if I'm back to December and I don't see anything about it's the lap RF 8-way V2 is what it was.
Double A says they have the 8-way in there, but it's out of stock.
Is it the V2 though? The V2 is different.
Right.
The one that Mads Tech showed on his video, it looks a little bit different. It's not red like the other one. I think it's the Orca gray and black look. And I believe what he showed was just a render also.
Wasn't even a production?
Yeah, because I did open a ticket to Orca asking them when it was going to be out, and I got the typical Orca reply that everybody got when they were developing the goggles, is that it's being developed and there is no time frame for release.
Mm-hmm.
And I even said something to JB and
it would take them a week.
In our emails. I'm sure most of you know by now the board, the stuff that he built was the stuff that I'd sent him. Well, I sent Blunty and Blunty sent it to him. So once he was done with that and all, he and I have been talking back and forth about it, and he's willing, and if there was more people, would let him know. If you're a patron of his, just drop in if you're interested in that, especially if you think that. Now here's my thing. Let me just say this, and I'll stop looking at Orca. Whether you're a racer or not, if Immersion RC was going to put out something that was, or even DJI, I don't fly DJI. I don't care for DJI as a company. But that's just me, and I'm not against anybody that does. But if DJI or Immersion RC was going to come out with something that was going to make 5-inch so much easier, so much better on people, I'd be for it, even though I'm not going to use it. So patron to him, and Double A says you just shot Tony a message. I asked Bardwell. I said, maybe get Tony Cake's ear and see what's going on there.
Yes, that would be.
I do think it's imagine for the racers if Roto Hazard had the kind of dev support that Express LRS does.
Oh man,
where the software part of it is so refined that you've got everybody picking up making hardware for it. And I know that there's not as much of a need for timers as there is radio links, but still, it's just.
I think that the need for them is going to go up.
Yeah,
the
now,
need for them
away
is going to go up.
And get another.
I believe that more people may need them than we realize. Oh yes, yeah. I'm hoping more of you guys out there need it more than we realize. And you know what? I would love if you don't like building things. I love building things, and we have a few proofs of them things been built, tested, and working, and we use them actually at our races. I didn't build, but I did rebuild the Soki version. I would love to build it. If you want to buy it, buy the parts and stuff, I'd build it for you and send it to you and all that good stuff. No problem. I'd even record the whole video of it being built, all that good stuff. But yeah, and I'm also trying to find some alternatives to the Raspberry Pi. That way, if the shortage happens, like it is happening, we'll be able to go, hey, we can buy this that's even half price and does 2 times better. But that's an iffy thing right now, so I don't know.
I haven't told you this yet, Casey. I was actually talking to someone I'm pretty close to that knows Raspberry Pi and Python and Linux very well. And he went on and looked at the Roto Hazard software, and he said changing it to run on anything that would run Raspberry Pi software is doable as long as you know how to go in and change your libraries. You basically got to rebuild. You got to rebuild the operating system.
Yes, the whole back end of the library, the whole kernel, pretty much. Yeah, and that's what I was telling you. There's a lot, but it just takes a day or 2 or 3, as long as there's a dedicated person willing to do it and knowing of how to do it. And I'm not going to say I know how to do it. I know how to do those things. Yeah. I can learn very quickly how to do it. And so if I can find a corresponding code that will work, oh my gosh, it would open so many doors.
Yeah. Hey, kids, move real close to your screen and I'll flick it on you.
No, never.
It's oily water.
It's what oily? Oh,
oil, not oily.
I know.
It's called sacrament. This what's that from Robin Hood Men in Tights? It's like, Father, you got all the beer. It's like, no, kid, it's sacrament.
You ain't
He's like,
played that one.
Bless it. We got the bites and the squirrels. Let's get for snickered.
You haven't played that in a while. Not that one, but the toothpick.
Oh yeah. Toothpick.
Well, he turns it into a toothpick.
Oh,
Show him what it was like with us trying to deal with this last quad that wanted to not work right.
And it kept going into DFU mode.
Yeah.
I mean, I told Casey, he was like, this is definitely going to work. I was like, Casey, I'm about to just.
Come at you like a spider monkey.
Like a spider monkey. Go on.
Yeah.
Did that work at all?
It did.
It did? I didn't see it on mine.
It came on. Yeah.
No, come at you like a spider monkey.
Hey, we got He Feels Reborn because of this. Now, let me say, I'm having that issue with my new board too. Like right now, I can plug it up, but it's the HDzero thing. And this one I can't change its UART. It's specific. But yeah, once this tries to initiate, if I'm plugged into the USB, it goes into bootloader mode. I have to unplug it and plug it back up.
Try taking it back to 4.3. I bet it won't happen.
You're probably right. But I got it working great. So it doesn't go into it ever really. It just does every now and then. Just when you least expect it, it's like, "Hi, I'm in DFU mode." You're like, "Ah." And then you just have to unplug it and plug it back up.
Yeah.
But sometimes it'll do it to where it's like consistent.
Yeah, all the time. That's me.
That's an exact match right there. It is. It's getting to be that way. Well, I don't know.
Oh,
Things are getting to be a lot
Roshi.
easier. Hey, buddy. Good to have you here.
Yeah. Here's a thought. I had an Easter service for the YouTube train back at communion.
Hey, so
You shout, "Give me the blood." I don't know. I know that the Catholics, the priests like to issue the sacrament. I don't remember where it was. Somebody sent me a video several years ago where the Pope was doling out what they call sacrament. I guess that's what it is. And he was sitting there and they was placing the wafer on people's tongues and everything. And this lady come up to him and she opened up her mouth and he went, he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it for her. I don't know what it was. What's happening? I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, I don't know. I think he might have came in during one of the scenes.
Oh, well, or he might have been like Brundle tilting his head back. Give me the blood. That might get you the holy water.
They might need it. I think we all might need a little bit of that.
Got my Sasquatch on it.
The Sasquatch holy water.
Low flying aircraft.
You're a holy low flying water aircraft.
Oh, you get the tiny little tiny plastic cups. Yeah. We had
no way, Marty. He said.
we actually had what we call in the Christian Protestant church, we call it communion. We had communion on Easter Sunday, and a lot of the little kids don't partake in communion until they're old enough to know what it is. But they love it when we have the grape juice left over. They'll come up after the service is over and they gather around and they're like, "Can I please, sir?" We're like, "Go ahead, drink it up. It's just grape juice."
Oh, I know what they're thinking, and the whole time that's what they think. He says he must have sensed that she had some repenting.
And I'll tell you, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'd heard it my whole life, and I was actually told by a doctor that 100% grape juice is very, very good for protecting against the stomach virus.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah. I think he did. It was something. He was just like, he looked at her. He's like, "No, you leave. You go." So
you get out now.
Or it might have been like, "No, Felicia, you didn't come through once. You ain't getting 2 crackers." So y'all think I bet that's really the way the Pope
put a wig on, walk around, take the wig off.
Don't y'all think so? Don't y'all think that that's really the way the Pope talks when he's not in front of everybody. There he's like, us, Espíritu Santo, se queda paso. And then he gets in his ring like, yeah, y'all, I am like sick of Teresa. She was stinking out there. I don't know what it was, but somebody need to turn some air on. So that's what some people like, that's sacrilegious.
And
I
8-bit.
had one of those preachers that put his hands
I
on
agree.
you and supposed to make
This is the
person
tough
fall
one.
to the ground, flopping like a fish out of water. Hang on. He looked at me and nothing happened. He called me a non-believer.
I was going to
Yeah.
say that's the type of. I'm not saying that. Yeah, I am. That's the type of preachers that cause people to not like church and not like. Man, those aren't the right type of preachers.
Yeah. There's idiots in everything. I'm just going to tell you. There's idiots in everything. I'm as y'all can probably
He's
tell,
the
I'm not.
non-believer.
As y'all can tell, I'm not a little feller. And I was actually in church one time, and they're visiting, and this guy wanted to quote pray for me and everything, and he started that kind of stuff, and I just looked at him and said, "You ain't gonna push me over."
Oh, trying to make you go down.
No, you're just pushing on me. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
ain't gonna work. Okay, but listen.
It's like no insinuating it. Either the spirit does it or nobody does it, because you're not that big.
He's like, Felicia, I done told you.
This is good. Hey, Bonafide there. Yeah.
Brundle, you would probably, and Casey can probably attest to this, you would probably fit in great at my church, because the people at my church is mostly comprised of the people that other churches don't want.
We all have autism. We all have.
We all. I tell everybody I'm more messed up than a football bat, and that is the truth.
That me too.
So
literally. Thank you, Mike.
I got a bucket of rocks that I keep
Bingo.
outside. Just a big bucket, just like a big 5-gallon bucket of rocks sitting out there. And he who's without sin cast the first stone. No,
it does.
No. Seriously though, was counseling with a lady one night, and she brought in a purse full of rocks with the intent to stone us. I kid you not.
Oh my gosh!
Get out
of my church.
I told one of my deacons, I said, now I've been stoned before, but never like that.
I bet their eyes went.
And it ain't happening, Felicia.
Oh, I bet the stream just blew up.
No.
Did y'all hear him? He said he's been stoned before, but not like that.
Yes, I smoked and I inhaled.
I swear, I only put my lips to it. He says, made me feel left back. Yes, they're very good at that. That is something. Evil works through even the most peculiar of places where you think it should be of holy. You got to be careful. That's where you could get attacked the most and the hardest because of who you think they are. When you go in there and they say something evil to you or whatever, it turns you against going back to church ever again. Well, guess what? That's the devil winning. That's what he's doing.
I call them the frozen chosen. They don't the frozen chosen don't tend to like me very well.
I love that.
That's
amazing.
I don't play religion games. I don't.
No.
It's about people. If you can't connect with people and be decent with people, in my opinion, you don't need to be trying to help them. That's just my opinion.
It's about the relationship, not the religion.
Yep.
That is an amazing word.
Yes,
and I agree with Mike. Sorry you felt that way very much. I've heard this story, and don't feel that way about everyone because it ain't true everywhere. I promise. If you come to our church, you wouldn't feel that way.
We're getting philosophical here, but that's okay. We can. We can do it if you want to.
Hey, they're doing that.
How you walk the path of life. It's in your heart to cause harm to others. Yep.
The stream's doing it.
Or you're doing the best walk softly through the world that you could describe it. I mean, I think it's all about intent. I think it's all about intent.
And it
And,
could be very much.
so that's it.
Walk the walk, brother, said Brundlefly.
Hey, and walk the walk and fly the packs.
Fly
That's
the
thing.
packs until they don't fly
See,
no
we
more.
we strive not to have to walk the walk of shame.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm talking about
It's
FPV, but that right there
oh,
sounds like a sermon, doesn't it?
it's awesome.
If y'all
You
see
can
some of my
listen.
videos, y'all know in the summertime it gets hot. I sit up on them cheap Dollar General store box fans, plug that thing up, put it on me, and I sit down with my table and my solar power battery bank
Yeah.
and fly it and land it right
Go at
beside
it.
me. And I change the packs. If I have to get up and walk the walk, I've done something wrong.
Or you're trying to get that trick too hard.
Yeah.
You guys see what
You
this
want to play?
is.
You guys want to play swords? I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Probably not. Probably not. Oh wait, no, I don't think we want to kill our quads.
Yep. But yes,
It
on that,
says
I don't know that I will do this one
fly
because
the
it's already flying good, and I don't. I'm one of these leave well enough alones, but I've got another build with the same board in it, and if I run into that problem, I will try moving it to a different UART. Do you
I
have
don't think we
another?
will.
You don't have another available UART on yours, do you?
That's what I was thinking. I only have
I don't
2
think you do.
UARTs. Nope. UART 1 and UART 2, and the one's dedicated, so no. As a matter of fact, let me plug up. See exactly.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Brundle, you've got some swords that go pow, don't you? That's right. That's right.
Oh, I got you. Awesome. That
All
wouldn't be too
swords.
bad.
I have a sword. Let's see if you guys can see it. Hang on.
All right, guys, let's see. I'm checking out my. Yeah, I've got 2 UARTs.
I actually have 2 swords.
Yeah, I've got 2 UARTs. Yeah.
That sword. 2 lightsabers. One of them, the battery needs to be replaced in it.
And hey, Marty, remember this: UART 1 is nothing set, but you have to set it to VTX TBS Smart Audio, and then UART 2 you have to set to MSP, and then you have to set that to VTX MSP DisplayPort.
What?
You have to have both of those set, or it won't work right. And that's from the factory too.
Now,
And
what do you're saying you have an MSP DisplayPort on 2?
all right, no. Okay, UART 2 has MSP, or it has MSP turned on the left. The slider is turned on, and then on the far right, it's selected under peripherals. It's selected VTX MSP DisplayPort like normal, but then on UART 1, you have to select VTX TBS Smart Audio in order for the VTX Smart Audio tables to work. I remember being taught this before.
Well, I know before 4.4, but I was told that
It has
in
to be set
4.4,
this way.
if it's actually on UART 6, you pick 6, not 5. Where before, when you would type it in the CLI, you would say set MSB DisplayPort 6 because number 1 is 0 and 2 is 1. But I was told that in the
That's true. You set it to where it's at, but then there's another UART that you have to set as Smart Audio in order to be able to use its Smart Audio features. That's why it kept coming up and the SA kept not working. That's why the Tramp kept working, because the Tramp just is already, whatever. The Smart Audio is what had to be configured. We were not setting both of the parameters. I'm looking at mine right now. Here, let me show you here. Share.
that was analog.
That was analog
Yeah.
that you were done with?
The analog that we were doing the Smart Audio with.
Okay.
Yeah, I've not had a smart audio problem with
You knew that.
HDzero.
You knew that with HDzero, right? It uses 2 UARTs. HDzero UART1 is set to VTX TBS Smart Audio, and then UART2 is set to MSP
Well,
VTX MSP DisplayPort.
I know what you're saying, but you're talking about the Mobula 6, which
Yes.
has a dedicated smart audio wire. You don't need that anymore in 4.4. You don't need that in 4.4 because it does away with that. You can actually remove that wire and it still work.
Let's see.
Snowblowers are set
See?
to show up Saturday.
Hold on. Now.
Yeah, that's because the Mobula 6 HDzero has a separate, and I'll show you. It's on the bottom of it. It's this little yellow wire that you see the little yellow wire. Here, I'll show you. And it's not required.
I've got the little yellow wire on the bottom of mine too.
Yeah,
I had to resolder it on there.
Yeah, that little yellow wire is just your smart audio, and you don't have to have that with 4.4 or higher.
I thought that's what you had to have in order for the smart audio tables to work.
If you use a smart audio table, you do. But if you undo that, you can just do it all through MSD DisplayPort.
MSP.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah. Wow. Whoa. Okay, so let me exit out of there. Oh wait, no. Let's see if I can get it to recreate that thingamajigger. Watch this. Let's see if we can get it to go into bootloader mode. And
I'm waiting on a few orders. It's taking way too long. Yeah, I've actually had Pyro Drone. For me, I live in Tennessee, and I can order. Actually, the other day I ordered from Pyro Drone and Race Day Quads the same night. And Race Day Quads is as y'all know, is in California, it's in Florida, closer to me, and they both arrived at the same time. So,
all right, I think right here is where I can get it to go into. Oh, hey, got a question for you. Is your font manager blurred out when you use HD? Do you have the option to click font manager? Well, check it next time you can on yours, because
I get progressive pretty quick. I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to do it here during the stream. And 8-Bit said he messed up 2 boards because of my random twitches and tremors and crap. Yeah, I tell you, there's times because of my head injury. I'm going to just turn this lightsaber off so I don't kill it like I did the other one. Hang on. There's times that my head injury, my hands get shaking so bad that I have to stop for an hour or 2.
I do too. Of course, with all the issues going on.
I don't know. Was you able to still hear that?
Yes, but you can repeat it.
There's times after the TBI that I had that my hands will get to shaking so bad. I was exaggerating that. That's pretty good today. That I just have to stop for an hour or 2 in the build.
Yeah.
The first time that I tried to fight through it was working on my iNav quad, and my hand was shaking so bad, and I was soldering right up next to the USB port, and my hand, I have myclonic jerks on top of it. My hand would jerk, and my arm would jerk, and stuck the soldering iron right inside the USB.
No.
And it had a glob of solder on it. It ruined the board. It was done. So
that sucks.
Super
that
reliable.
sucks bad.
They're super reliable at getting things out on time. GetFPV does not do that. I have had horrible customer support from GetFPV over the past 2 years.
No, we're talking about Power Drone being the good.
Yep. Pyro Drone I have good support from when they mail out pretty quick. And Progressive does for me very quick, and Race Day Quads does for me. But and all of those I've had good support from. But
Yeah.
Get FPV, man. It's just I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that's I used to hear good things. That's why I'm so confused now.
Traumatic brain injury or Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. Traumatic brain injury, closed head injury. Yep. Brundle knows.
And they said no font manager on HD for him either on 4.4. Awesome. Thank you. Which, why would we need the font manager? You can literally download the font and install it to your goggles, your VRX or your goggles, to the goggles. So why would you? Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, Traumatic. Check this out. There you go. Traumatic.
Hey, don't be making fun. Just because he wasn't hooked on Pahonics like me, ain't no reason you be making fun of his spelling.
At least he ain't calling the daggum engines, motors, engines, and the frames. Well, frames.
He never told me to replace the fuel pump on my quad.
Right. At least he didn't call you with some crazy junk like that.
I don't order anything from Get FPV unless I need something from them. Yeah. They're still the only ones who have Popo motors, unfortunately. Yeah.
That's crazy because all I have right now is Popo, and I'm all about stocking up on Popo props because it doesn't take anything but Popo. It is only Popo compatible. That's it.
Say Popo again.
Popo
Shisho.
Popo Shisho. Popo Shisho. How about strong with you the force is. With you strong the force is.
Casey, are you flying Popo?
Yes,
he's talking Yoda right now.
I'm flying Yoda. Yes. Yeah, all they are is Popo compatible. As you say, they don't even take a darn a nut on top. So you just poop and they pop right off.
I hope not. I hope that's not any early onset there. I've a pastor friend of mine with that, and it's bad, man. I got a friend of mine that's talking to me about getting my Part 107. I'm kind of torn. What are you guys' thoughts on it?
I'm torn on whether you should or shouldn't, because it's going to take away some of your abilities. And then it's also going to give you other abilities. So there's perks.
I know they were talking Part 107 there for a little while. It's time to loop. Yeah, y'all go ahead and head on over to Infinity Loops. We're not too much longer here.
There you go. That's a Popo. If anybody don't know
really,
what
man.
Popo is.
I'm sorry to hear that, Brundle.
What is?
Yeah, he said no joke. His dad, grandma, and aunts all got Parkinson's.
I'll be
tough,
praying,
man. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. There y'all going next door to check out the new snowblowers.
Snowblower. Yeah, her new voice is pretty modest.
Yeah. Tell Heads I said hello. I'm going to play a few videos from the Discord as soon as I can get them all queued up here.
Question mark. How has it been doing since my little short fix? Hopefully a quick workaround. Did it do good so far?
What?
Is your computer
What?
doing good since my quick little workaround?
Except for that little bit there, a little bit ago, trying to close everything down to update. I got to turn that automatic update crap off.
You don't want to do that, but you can change the time that it'll do it. I'll show you. You can change it to be like at 5 in the morning or 4 in the morning. Yeah, because it'll never do it
when I'm working.
Well, you can. I'll show you how to set it to where you can tell it no, and it won't do it until you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because mine does that. It'll pop up and say you need to restart now to complete. Blah, blah, and I'm like, no, in an hour, no, in an hour, and I'll say until I say or 24 hours, or yeah. But there's a little slider on the updates menu in the settings that I can take you to on Windows and fix. It's easy. Just an easy little schedule thing. Ouch.
Well, we don't have very many videos tonight.
I know it. I was actually looking over here.
Going to share my screen and my screen. Sure, Alt-O. Here we go. This one is from Master Roshi. It is a short. So,
thank you, Master Roshi. Uh-oh.
My great nephew Weston will love this. He loves monster trucks.
Yes.
Give it a play here.
Oh yeah. I love it.
Go over to Master Roshi's site and give him a sub. Next is Mr. Drone Poison. 6 minutes long. Well,
he's been tearing it
we'll
up.
It, but we'll play. Got audio?
Yes. That's actually what frame I have right here. What's this? This is crazy. I can't believe it was even flying still after this. He broke a prop completely. And he's running by blades, which I had a set of. I wish I had a set of. Check this out. Is it going to show it? Oh, look at that.
That's not
Ain't
a
that
bi-blade.
wild? No, a tri-blade. Oh, it ain't a bi-blade? It was a tri-blade?
No, it was a single blade. Bi is two. That would be a uniblade.
No, it broke. It broke. That was a broke blade. Yeah.
That's right. It was only had one blade left on it.
So what? So it was a bi-blade originally, right?
No, it was a tri-blade. Looked like a tri-blade. I don't know.
I can't believe it was still flying. Like, wow. That's why you don't want your filters pushed to the max, just in case something like that happens. You want a little breathing room. Oh yeah. I'm running close to what he's running on tune, and it's pretty nice.
What's happening? I'ma need y'all quit asking when. Me and my wife gonna have some kids. Right now we just practicing.
Amazing.
That gonna hurt my average. I said, thank God I ain't average. Yeah, I'm a bright young man. Kill the GPA and the BPM.
Oh no. Turtle mode.
Bad place for a lipo fire.
Look, we on.
Oh gosh. Don't make it apparent, Marty. You ain't lying though, golly.
I'ma make a toast because we still alive. No big.
Wow. Ooh, did you see that container?
Shoot the shot. I'm coming in. shoot that.
He's too good, man.
Wake him up, wake him up. Wake him up, wake him up. See him still sleeping, so I had to shake him up. Shake him up. I kept it to him. I wasn't faking up. My real life was a headline. Your real life got a deadline. My timeline was a hashtag. Your timeline just a hate crime coming in hot. Feeling like pop. Back in high school when he took my shot. Too much drive to ride your way. Ditch my top and I'm off that lot. Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. You don't have to ball a rap to get them racks on racks. Uber poolers trying to catch my vibe and find my way. Yeah, I know I'm ratchet, but I'm really safe. Hot sauce dripping. Everybody wants to start dipping.
I think he's about done right here.
Now everybody pay attention. Now everybody pay fee. Even Trump got taken a knee. When the horn blow, y'all gonna shoot.
This whole video. You guys going over there? Hey, your own boys and love. Over
Yeah,
there,
he is.
give him some subs
Definitely.
and watch over there on his channel. And
Thank you for the amazing content and artwork. Who knew we could turn oil fields into art? Literal art.
and this is from Jim, another member of Soki. Send it for Dust and Clarksville Drift.
I can't wait to go do this. I just can't wait.
Got to have part 107 to do it with this group, I think. Let me change quality.
Maybe do one down lower than that even. 460, I think it is. Oh, that looks good. Looks really good. Okay. I love how he gets up close on them cars. Look at that old Mazda Miata. Well, 370Z or 350Z. See a Corvette up there at the front.
Sensin tek düşmanım. Yenildim, çok bekledim. Yine son defa gelmedin. Anlıyorsun hiç yok yolu. Yalnızım, bu senin suçun. Anla beni, anla beni.
That's the color
part. Oh, yes. The green and the black. I love that. It's Xbox. That is pretty.
What the world is that? Audio. Is that you, Casey? Yeah, your audio is jacked up, bro. You sound like. Yeah, it's bad. That is strange, man. No, you sound like a demon, like I am your father. Your audio's not right, man. Yeah, okay. It's also clicking a lot. All right. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think he gives his microphone some of his pain pills, maybe, because he's like, it sounded pretty awkward. You thought you was having a bad trip, Marcel? It did. Well, I thought it was the video. I thought because I was up here playing the video, I thought it was something on the end of the video here from YouTube, and I was like, "What in the crap is that?" And it something to do with Casey's. Let me look this up.
There, can you hear me?
Was
Can
it?
you hear me now?
I can hear you now. You sound
awesome.
You sound human.
Well, finally. I'm sorry. I about started showing my true inner self. Yo, I about come crawling out. Ow.
You better leave that locked in, man.
Yeah, for real.
I'm trying to find the information on the swap meet for.
Yes, I got your message about that, by the way. You've got me all excited.
I think there's a swap meet in Kingston, Tennessee. Let's see, what's it called? Kingston Flyers. Let me just do a Google search.
I'm coming up there for a whole week or more. No.
Well, I think we're moving the race to the 13th.
May the 13th.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have us a full week of stuff beforehand, which will be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. All we'll have to worry about is what we have to worry about for once, and that will help us in preparation for the next go rounds as well. But I just can't wait. We get to have some us time. Figured, kind of. You could say that.
No. Let's see. That's not yet. Games. Tri-City Flyers annual swap meet. That's not it.
Phil, hey buddy, how you doing this evening? Good to have you. Phil is here.
Phil. How's it going, man?
He said he's sorry he's missed so much. Life's been insanity. Amen.
I understand what you, bro. I'm with you. I'm trying to figure out when the well, I know it's the 29th. It's April the 29th.
I think it's at 10:30.
I'm trying to get information where I thought I had it on Facebook or my face one.
It's Mace book. It's Snake book. Oh, Snake's lair. Hmm. Yeah, I'm very excited about all those timer situations and stuff too. I just can't wait to see where it's gonna go. I believe it's
Yeah,
gonna take off.
yeah. I told you to send me his address, and I did those blue
Losing you.
events. You lost me.
There you go. You're clear now.
Hmm.
You was getting
Okay.
scattered.
I wonder if did it switch back to the stupid Wi-Fi?
My thingy
We
switched
did it.
somehow.
No, I think it's the right one.
Ow. Ow, 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 ow.
It didn't. All right. Massive migraine. Just wanted to drop in and say hi. Swap meet sounds amazing. If you don't care, send me the details and PM. Hope everyone has good things going. Yeah. Yeah. Take care, Phil.
Yes,
And
sir. You take care.
yeah,
Please get better. I just got
yeah.
out of the hospital over some similar things. So, migraine city. I know exactly what you're feeling right now. So, I pray that it gets better. And I hope to see you at this swap meet. I hope that means you're coming.
Let me see. Here it is. Johnson City. I think I found it. Come on. It's Johnson City Radio Controllers. Here, I'm about to share my screen. I find
Don't
it.
you do it. Don't you do it. He did it.
Here it is. Well, I thought that was it. Was that not it?
You're pulling on me.
Johnson City. This is where it's at. All right, right here it is. Let's click on this. Make this big.
Well, there's a will, there's a
Did
way.
they change the date? No, that's the
Oh,
Cherokee
no.
Flyers. Johnson City Flyers.
Oh, yeah. I want to go fly that. Yeah. I wonder if that'll link up to my TX16S. I'll make it.
What
I'm
are
not
you?
getting in it.
What are you talking about? You
That
talking
big
out your
jet,
head, you
that jet it was
Oh.
showing just a minute ago. I said
here
I
it
wish
is.
that would link up to my TX16. That jet, yeah, I want to fly
Oh,
it.
yeah. Right here it is. Here's the information. Guys, it's April. Let's fly in April 29th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Gates open at 9 a.m. Sign up for events 9:30. Air events start at 10. Food prizes will be served, hamburgers, donation. There will also be instructions handed for everyone who would like to fly.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I thought it was a swap meet too, though.
That's what I was like. Wait, where's the...
Did they
Oh,
take
it
the...
is. You know it is. Everybody be swapping as they meet.
No, they might have took it out of it. Gates open, air event starts, food, hamburgers, donations, fly. Open fly with AMA membership. Instructions for one event held at Johnson City.
We'll have to call them.
Driving directions. Well, I don't see no phone number to call.
Yeah, that's weird. Every time seems like they want to be emailed.
What kind of airplanes are allowed? Huh.
How awkward. Awkward.
Well, they may not be having the...
Surely they are. It's just a non-detailed flyer.
Let's see what the moderator says. It shows here. Driving directions, airplanes. Well,
love it.
it looks to me like they might have taken the swap meet part out.
Surely not. It's the main thing. It did say donations, so maybe that's what that means.
I might have read it wrong from the very beginning. All right, Liberty Road. No. Here's directions. Those of you watching online, you can zoom in and pause it right here of how to get there. I remember asking, how do you reserve a table, and no one responded to me.
Did you know people be buying and selling and trading?
Well, no, not necessarily. If it's not a swap meet, you don't want to show up at a fly-in and set up a table like you're going to have a swap meet. If it's not a swap meet, you don't do that. It's like showing up at somebody's. It's like showing up at somebody's house. It's having a cookout, and you start unloading stuff, thinking they're having a yard sale.
Yeah, I'm with that. And about that. Oh, you're even showing us how the grill works. You're awesome. Oh, you're even showing us how the meat tastes. Thank you, man.
That looks like a plastic grill.
Yeah, it looks like a plastic grill.
A plastic barrel for a grill.
Wow.
But anyway, that ain't gonna work very well.
No, not so well.
Maybe I was confusing it with something else.
Maybe the word fly.
Maybe I confused it with the swap meet that was.
You find a
Cherokee
swap meet
flyer
now.
Swap meet.
Now you have to find a swap meet.
June the 10th.
That's already gone. I'm just joking. So now
June the 10th is not gone. No, it's not.
I'm just joking. So now we got to go.
Well,
this is unbelievable, he said.
All right, this is April fly-in. This doesn't say anything about a swap meet. Event held Johnson City. Silent auction will also be held. It doesn't say anything about a swap meet.
Darn.
Nope.
They've got hot dogs and hamburgers.
Let me see.
I'd say if there isn't a fat pastor and an amazing Casey there, then ain't worth going. Sorry.
Let's ask the question here. Is there a swap meet here this day also?
There we go.
That'll be awesome. Enough time. If not, we'll just do something else.
Hey, we could set up our own swap meet.
No. That's a lot to that. If you've never said, I've set one up before. It's a lot to that. Oh, you could set one up.
I could meet.
Set one up. Set one up there in Chattanooga. And I'll come by and set up a table. You get some other people to do it.
It would be cool. Nah, you know what me and you need to be doing, and that's what we are talking to Bardwell about. I say we, but I mean it is we most of the time. What are you trying to find that?
Yeah, I'm just looking through. I think we probably need to be wrapping her up tonight. All right.
Wow.
I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching us tonight.
Yes, thank you.
Casey, thank you for coming. We're
Thank
going
you for
to
having
close
me.
out. Yep. And close out tonight. Remember, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, remember to keep flying and rise up and meet me in the air.